Welcome back. I was encouraged by all the positive feedback after posting the first video. It was great to hear that it even led to a surge in donations. So I'm going back in, and today I'm riding Panama for the first time on my new bike. And we'll hear more from Frenchie about the latest addition to Virginia Key North Point Trails, Panama. When I left you last, I had just received my new bike. And boy, I'm glad I finally pulled the trigger. After shopping around, reading reviews, and watching YouTube videos about bikes for years, I decided to go with the YT Jesse. And it's very different than my last bike. For starters, I went from 29-inch wheels to 27.5. I went from 100 millimeters of suspension to 160. I went from a bike seat without even a quick release clamp to my first dropper post. And I jumped 8 years from a 2013 cross-country trail bike to a 2021 bike that falls in the all-mountain category. When I was making the first video during the pandemic, we caught the trail crew building what would eventually become the Halen Bridge in Panama. And when I met with Frenchie before the trail opened, we talked about Panama, its level of difficulty, and how it got that rock and paint job.
In addition to Purple Haze Trail, that's going to add another third of a mile to Purple Haze. And it's a double black diamond because there is 2 drops and a bridge you go over. It's like a wall bridge. So there's a danger factor that is not for everybody, so that's why we call it a double black diamond. The name Panama was picked a year and a half ago. And we work on that trail for a year and a half. But the guy who makes all our signs, Elito, a good friend of mine, made the sign Panama and said, let's go install the sign and put it where it will be. We installed the sign, and 3 weeks later, Eddie Van Halen passed away. So now we have to do a tribute to Eddie Van Halen. So part of the bridge will be painted black and red, and the red will represent his guitar, and you're gonna have the motif on his guitar painted on the bridge. That's what we can do for Eddie. So the name didn't change, it's just like something from Van Halen will be part of that trail too. We have Jimi Hendrix, Pink Floyd, and Led Zeppelin, and the Beatles. I mean, why not Van Halen?
On the day Panama opened, I had just finished building my bike.
Here we go, first run, YT Jesse, Purple Haze to Panama. Here we go.
I went the proper way through Purple Haze to get the full experience. You make the hardest left turn ever.
I hate this turn.
Then you climb your way into Panama. And right away, you hit the first drop. The first drop sends you flowing underneath the Van Halen Bridge to a berm that spits you back up onto the ground level. If you hit it right, you can actually catch air coming out of this berm.
Oh!
But the trail is tough. Every time you go down, you must climb back out.
Oh, the first drop is so good.
After climbing back up, you come back down and you hit some baby tables. And then you climb up again.
Oh, this is great.
And then you hit the second drop. And there's 5 climbs in this trail that will get you if you're not on your game. The angle of each drop is different. The first one is steeper at 43 degrees, and the second one is a little mellower at 33. But they are both fast and fun. This one takes you to the bridge, which took some time to master, so it was pretty awkward for a while making this turn on this bridge. From there, you climb up again, but this time they save a giant log over at the top.
Oh,
From there, you climb out a little more, and then they give you the chance to do it again, or exit.
let's do it again.
On the first day, I did 5 laps. I loved it. But after the first drop, there was this steep mound of dirt with these tiles and stones layered on it. And it stopped me every time on my first 4 laps.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. That's so weird.
More on this later.
So Panama will add a third of a mile, and it will make the trail better, faster, and more technical and more dangerous for thrill seekers. I mean, you know, basically, it's mountain biking. If you don't want to get hurt, collect stamps. If you're afraid of get hurt, do not become a mountain biker. It's an inherently dangerous sport as ground zero. So when we add stuff like this, it's not for everybody. So ride at your skill level And if you have a good level, you can ride Panama. If this is your first week, do not ride Panama. Or other black trails for that matter. You shouldn't do that. Be safe, do what you should.
Frenchie is right. This is rated double black for a reason. Just in the few hours of shooting this video, I kept seeing people get right to the edge and stop. The safest way to ride these drops is to pedal up and give yourself enough momentum to roll over the edge. You don't want to be stopping and then dropping in as you're trying to get your feet back on the pedals. And you need speed to make it up that bridge. Ride safe out there. Besides having a new trail to ride, what I love most is the creativity of this trail. Frenchie and the crew have designed such a unique feature here that it really puts the whole park on another level. I went back to the park a few weeks later, and the trail crew had already cleaned up that awkward mound that I couldn't clear. And riding the bridge has gotten better too. When you're done with doing laps, you can go to the right and take the last bridge and exit back out into Purple Haze, which, by the way, is a great sequence. The red bridge out, to the blue wall, and back up. That's a nice run. Since posting the first video, I spent the rest of 2021 riding and shooting at Amelia and Markham. But I'm never surprised to see the trails in such good shape whenever I come back out to Virginia Key for a ride. They always have a new section in the works. And I'm feeling more comfortable on my bike now. Just the other day, I finally sent that big blue step up. What a trip.
All right.
I haven't had that feeling since the summer. And this is exactly what my next series of videos are going to be about. My summer road trip up and down the East Coast, where I managed to hit 7 downhill parks along the way. Anyways, this step up and another one bites the dust gave me that same feeling of hitting those giant step ups in West Virginia.
Oh my goodness, that is so good.
All I can say is thank you once again, Virginia Key Bicycle Club.
So good.
As we look forward into a new year, I remember what Frenchie told me about the future of Virginia Key.
The park is only 50 acres. You cannot have 50 miles of trails in a park that's 50 acres. So I'm pretty sure when the time we get to 11 miles, the park will be, that's all you can do. You cannot invent more land. This is basically it's an island. We have the treatment plant on the south, and east, north of west, it's water. It's an island. So we have no more room to move to. So it's going to be our job to be more creative and make trail better by inventing features, stuff to do in each trail, more technical things, higher things, more jump, more skinny, more berms, paving where it needs to be paved more, controlling more erosion, planting more trees. The future is keep this park open forever, but the park needs to become better every year after year after year. I mean, I don't want the park to go this way, I want the park to go this way.
You gotta love that. I've already seen them carving out a new path near Purple Haze now. And from what I hear, it's going to have some amazing features. I really can't wait. So don't forget to donate and become a member of VKBC today and help the park reach that 11-mile goal. Thanks for watching. See you out there on the trails.